What is up guys, Kaidum here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new update for the action RPG. So in the new update there is a couple things that were added and some things were changed. So the first thing you see here is we have a chat system. So this works also if you are a party. So the party invite or the party in general is working now, so you can invite other players to your party, and XP earned from players will be shared with players that are close enough. For the party, of course, you can invite other player. You can set a new leader for the party, and the leader can, for example, kick a certain player, and a party member can also leave the party. So right here we have two players. We can go ahead and right click on this guy. So as you can see, we have the trade, usual trade, and of course the party invite. So if I click party invite here and switch to the other player here, as you can see, he receives player would like to invite you to your party. So player would be replaced with your player name if you created the player from the lobby. So if I click confirm, and as you can see now, they're both in the party. And as you can see here on left right here, so player, so it would have helped if they had different names, but player here, this is the leader as the icon suggests there. So if we go back here, so me as a party member, I can, well, since this one is the leader, so this guy can leave the party, can kick this player from the party, or change the leader. Whereas for the player here, they can only leave the party because they're not leader. And here we have a chat window here. So general is used to chat with everyone, whereas party is used only for party players. So if I say hi here, you're only going to see it in the party system. So if I switch to the other player, you can see that here, player hi. Now for guild, the guild chat is working, the guild invite is working. So if I invite this guy, for example, to my guild, so guild invite, the other guy will receive the invite. Click confirm, but of course you would have to handle it inside the inventory component in the party and guild graph and handle your guild setup right there. If I go ahead and just do leave party, as you can see, both players are now, it says here you left the party, and the other player also left the party. So as far as chat commands, we currently have a couple commands and we'll add more. So for now you can do /XP, so only if you are the server. So you can do XP, for example, 5,000, and that will give you, of course, 5,000 worth of XP. So as you can see there, I'm level 6. You can also do ping /ping. This works whether you are the server or not. So we'll add more commands in the future, but if you want to add more commands, you can just do /, for example, something, and here it's going to say you can process commands in BP chat widget. Process command function. So there's a function there, you can process commands, and we'll add more in the future to make it easy to maybe spawn items and load different levels, etc. So another change is for skills. Now you can do combo attacks, so you can indicate multiple montages and they will combo into each other. So for example, if I attack this training target, the first montage will be played, and if I attack again, the second montage will be played. So if I equip another weapon here, you can go here, this is the first attack and this is the second attack. So for AI, they have you can also specify multiple montages, and a random one will be picked each time. So if we go take a look at skills here and open DT skills, so for example, basic attack, if I scroll down here, and if we look for montages to play, it says combo, so this is an array of montages. So for the hammer, for example, it has 3 montages, so you can do 3 combo attacks. So for the axe that I just tried here, as you can see, axe and axe 2, they have 2 montages, and of course this will be played first and then the second, and then it will loop back from the first one again. So old setting was a single montage, now it's an array where you specify multiple montages and they will combo one by one. AI can also execute multiple montages at random, so if you expand this, you can indicate multiple montages and the AI will pick one at random. Let's go ahead and talk about some changes to the AI hostility and behavior. So if you go to AI presets here, you're going to find some examples of certain AI behaviors. You can easily just duplicate one of these presets and just change the mesh and animation. So for example, we can have an AI that just aggro everything, whether it's a player or AI. You can make, for example, if we go ahead and play, So for example, we have these guard right here, so they don't aggro the player or anything until you attack. And if you notice here that both of them attack, so they're considered in a group. So if we go ahead and open up the mannequin, for example, here, and just look for hostility, if you don't see these variables, just make sure you have show inherited variables checked. If we go ahead and select the hostility there, so in terms of hostility, we have none. So none is an AI that is considered a no threat to anyone. And of course, it will not be attacked by anyone. So the AI will ignore it. And the player, of course, will also ignore it. So this is how you make a friendly AI, is by setting the same hostility of the AI, same as the player. So if you set him as a player, he'll be considered your friendly. AI is just a general AI hostility. Hostile to everyone is an AI that just attacks anything it sees. A neutral AI is an AI that is neither against or with you. And of course, these kind of AI are dynamic, meaning that they can change their behavior in game. And this hostility setting is complemented by the behavior. So if you look for behavior, we have aggressive and passive. Currently, for the AI presets, passive and aggressive are used. Defensive will be something that we will use in the future, but it can be used for any other gameplay purposes. If we take a look at the guard example here, so as you can see, they don't care about the player, but if I go ahead and attack one of them, they will attack me, both of them. Now we'll talk about the both of them in a moment here, but so the hostility of this AI, of these guards, is neutral, and the behavior is passive. As soon as you attack them, the behavior changes to aggressive. So if we go ahead and take a look at the blueprint for this guard, in terms of blueprint for this AI, it inherits from BPAI main, and for the hostility of this guard, it is set to neutral. And the reason why it doesn't attack anybody is because its behavior is passive. So if we go to behavior here, it is set to passive. And as soon as it takes damage from a player, the behavior becomes aggressive. And that's how it is able to attack the player. But there's another setting though. If we just go ahead and disable the friendly AI here, and if I play with two players, so keep in mind that the friendly AI here is disabled for now. So if I move both players here, and if I attack with this player, as you can see, they're only going to chase this guy. They will not care about the other player. So they will not attack the other player only if the other player also attacks. And to enable that behavior, you can simply do on aggro target all and set it to false. So by setting this to false, the AI will only aggro certain targets. And this of course works whether you're an AI or player. So if I go ahead and aggro the guards, so if I go ahead and attack the guard here, as you can see, he's going to chase me, but as soon as the friendly AI attacks one of them, then he'll be considered a threat. So now they're attacking him. And if we select both of them and set the on aggro target all to true, then as soon as they're aggro, they will just attack everyone. So you can put that as an option for like maybe an AI that just wants to attack everyone as soon as it's damaged or something. So if I attack him, then they will consider both of us, whether the AI, friendly AI, damaged them or not. So for now, I'm gonna set it to false, so they only attack the target that it engaged them. So for the AI being together, meaning if you attack one, the other guy will also join the fight. If you go to the level blueprint, you can see here that we simply call the set AI party. So all you gotta do here is just call set AI party. This function exists in BPAI main. So just get both references here. So if you select, for example, this in the world, you can right click and do create reference. And you simply call the set AI party. And you simply pass the array of all AI that are within the same party. Also, this companion that just follows me around, you're going to notice that this guy does not get attacked, and the reason is simply because this companion has a behavior of passive and a hostility of none. That's why this guy is not considered a threat. And finally, we have this aggro everyone AI. So if we go to the behavior here, he has aggressive, and for the hostility, he has hostile to everyone. So if I place him here near the guards, and just go see, you're going to see that he's attacking the guards. And if I place him, for example, near our player, he's going to attack us. So as you can see, it just goes to me. So this guy attacks anything it sees because it has a hostility setting of aggro everyone. One final thing here is the color of the hostility setting. So if we go to class default, just look for color. You can see here when this AI is considered dangerous to the player, this is the color you set. If it's friendly, this is the color you set. If it's other, this is the color you set. So for example, the friendly or the companion here, if you go to color, you can see that other is considered other because he has a non-hostility, like a hostility of none. So we set this color right here. So you can change it to whatever you want. And you can also hide the health bar if you want. So for this companion, it's set to hide, so we can't see the health bar. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to comment below. Until then, thank you for watching and catch you in the next one. Goodbye.